All right, friends, here we are again. It is Monday, or it's Friday, the 19th of December. Tomorrow will be the 7-month anniversary of my brain surgery, craniotomy. Got a big dent right here you can't see. If I could figure out how to get the camera back there and put it back quickly, I would show it to you. But I've got the facial paralysis. I've got I can't blink my left eye, and I'm here on the charts. Okay, trusting several things. One, the VMAX. Two, the SMAX. Three, the LMAX, and all of the years of that they've helped me develop them, as well as bring them to you guys. Okay, so let's see if we can get a trade, right? That's a 10-minute chart. I want to go down to the 30-second chart, and then I want to take my LMAX. I want to take my high frequency trader filter down to the matching time frame, 30 seconds. Looks like, okay, there we go. That's it. That's what I want to do. And I want to go ahead and get here to the last one. There we go. Look at that. That's what that candle looked like. We just saw in the 10-minute. That's what it looked like on the 30-second, right? Okay, so now I'm going to bring this over here a little bit, just so that, because I don't like that pressed up against. I like that space. I don't know what that is. Okay, so now let's bring this down here. So they have not that's not, this line is not an actual level, right? It's just where I put this SMAX indicator. Okay, it's just where I put it. So I'm only going to trade in line with this color here, right? This is my environment is to the upside. But now look here, look at that's the SMAX, right? So now, do I want to trade to the upside? I'm not sure yet. Is there going to be an extension? I'm not sure yet. But the VMAX is giving me an indication that we're at least facing a pullback, right? There. Oh, look at that. I'm still not going to trade the pullback because I want to stay in conjunction with the SMAX, but at least I know what I'm looking for. Okay. So we're developing some pullback. Now let me do this one thing. Let me go to my VWAP. I want to change a setting, right, on my VWAP. I want to get rid of the labels on the scale. There we go. So that clears some of that up right there. Okay. Now look, that's a pretty nice. I could have made some money there, right? The VMAX definitely could have given me some money. Now the downside is tightening. So while we're in oversold, I don't see that. Well, look at that. See, that's the thing about these oversold and overbought. It was overbought here, but it continued, right? It continued. Now you can get, like, I was showing this to my daughter, one of my daughters last night. Okay, my one daughter and my granddaughter. She's the little one that you see coming in and out sometimes in our training video. She was in the training video. She ran in. She calls this the up-down game, and she's really daggone good at it because we've made the signal system. But also, I think it's somewhat inherent because her mom is actually has some, I think she's got innate capability, right? There we go. Now we're possibly gonna change sentiment regimes here. These little dots are giving us a warning, but again, we are in that oversold. But as you can see, like talking about my daughter, the slope of this is on here. The slope was, decreased. The slope here is still pretty strong. So the trajectory in my expectation of that downturn are a little bit bigger. Okay, I'm going to guess we're going to get down to here. Let me do this. I'm going to guess that that's going to be a floor. That's my guess. Ultimately, I think we're going to go here. Okay. But okay, we're still, this is developing. Okay. Can I grab something there? I got my change, my color change. Here, it's all orange. But look at my slope. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take sell. I'm going to take my take profit and I'll put it here. Take my stop loss. I'll put it way the heck up here. All right. We're going to wait. Now, do I expect to get anywhere near either one of those? Not necessarily. That's not my style. 56 ticks. I'm up 280 bucks. Now up 35 bucks, 77 bucks. Now I'm down 14 bucks. Down 357. Well, I'm down $1,000. Down to 868. Move this over here a little bit. Come on. Now remember, I'm playing with the bank's money, right? This account, I haven't taken any of this money out yet. This is my, all right, here we go. Yesterday, in 4 trades, I netted about just under 2,000, right? Now, what am I doing? I'm still in this downtrend regime, right? Even though the candles are going the opposite direction. The SMAX, the VMAX is heading up, even though I'm in a sell position, right? I am down 425 ticks. Oh, look at that. That's the first sign that on the SMAX that we might actually need to strongly reconsider. But we'll get a pullback. We'll get a pullback. There it is. Look at that. There's the pullback. right, now look at this. Make this bigger for you. There's a downward wick on this candle, which tells me there's still a little bit of appetite to the downside. Okay, there's a downside candle, next candle. There we go. That pullback. Now, do I think I'm going to close this trade in profit? No, I do not. I do not expect to close this trade in profit unless there's some kind of a flash activity, right? There's a spike to the downside, which that could happen. But look, I held with the SMAX, and this little scare right here did nothing to me. Now, I've got no wicks to the upside. I've got downside pressure. Oh, here we go. 58 ticks, 37 ticks, negative. This is well within my risk parameters. Well within my risk parameters. This doesn't bother me at all. Like my daughter yesterday was recognizing when I was showing her this system, one of the videos. She's like, "Yeah, look at that." You know, one of my trade videos yesterday. She was like, she said, "I was watching that line right there, and I was wondering why you weren't closing the trade." So I didn't have to tell her about the slope, right? She just saw the slope. I got a lot of hope for her. In fact, she'll probably take this over when I'm done. Oh, there's a little bit of, there's a wick to the upside. And there's that turn, right? 48 ticks, 52 ticks in the hole. Let's close this at 46 ticks in the hole. Okay, it took a loss. Now we're going to wait for the buy, right? Or we're going to wait for a confirmation for another sell. In which case, I could have held through another one of those emotional roller coasters, right? There's a spike to the up and down. Indecision. There's that line I thought we were going to hit. There's the VWAP there. Look, there it goes. Yep. There it goes. We closed at a loss unnecessarily. That's fine. There's a sell signal. I'll take it. A little lag. 52 ticks. We're break even now. Oh, okay. Now we'll take this here. Take this stop loss and drop it up. We'll take it here, right? So that's that reflexivity, right? That reflexivity. The downtrend feeds the downtrend. Fear is a more powerful motivator than greed. It depends really on who's in the game right now. If retail notices that this is happening, there'll be a sell-off. There'll be a panic, right? If Michael Saylor sees this happening, there'll be a rebound. Come on. There we go. There we go. 94 ticks. 112 ticks. 110. Come on. There it is. We took the we hit that line, right? That's where I thought we were going to be from up here, right? So now I'm done. I'm done. Why am I done? Well, there's more to give, but you can tell that my demeanor, I've gotten excited. And what I've learned, and what you need to learn as quickly as possible, is when you're excited, you're no longer rational, right? You have to be rational here. You do not want to jump on the fear or greed train, because both of them are headed off of a cliff. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll stop trading right now. Listen, I was down about 45 ticks, right? And then my next trade, I closed up 100 ticks. So which means that 100 tick close on that win was really only a 55 tick win, more or less, right? Give or take a few points one way or the other, ticks one way or the other. So I'm net positive on my very first trade on camera using this system. Talking about my daughter and my granddaughter the whole time. I'll be back later when... Now listen, I do this full time, right? Maybe you're not at that point yet. You've got a business. So listen, go take care of a customer. Go have somebody look at that. If I'd have stayed in that cell, there's Michael Saylor, right? If you don't know who Michael Saylor is yet, look him up. MicroStrategy, Bitcoin guy, because that's what I'm trading right here. Bitcoin. Why am I trading Bitcoin? Because I love the volatility. I love this up and down. You need this up and down because some markets don't have the up and down. Some markets, here's the thing is everyone's like, oh, price go up on the S&P 500. So it's going up. Gold, up. The volatility, there's very little down play. There are very few people taking profit. The news headlines are not gold's about to crash. The news headlines on Bitcoin are creating sentiment, right? And look it up. We've gotten a little manual about sentiment, right? And we probably, if we don't have one now, we'll have one very soon on volatility. Read these things, understand them, and you'll be better off for it. Talk to you soon.